Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to be doing 5 walkthrough solves. A lot of you really wanted walkthrough solves, so I'm just going to do 5 traditional walkthrough solves instead of the ones where I film an average and then break it down. I may do more of those later, but Jay kind of stole it from me, so I really don't want to do that. I'm just kidding. I love Jay. But really, I will probably do more of those later, but I just thought I would get these out of the way really quick because I saw a lot of requests for this, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So for this first scramble right here, I noticed that this is opposite with the centerpiece already, so that's good. I see that this can be set to opposite in one move, so can this one. And then there's this one up here. And then I can see my first pair on this one, so these two, this is kind of an obscure one. I'm honestly kind of surprised I can see this. So I know that when I finish my cross, this corner is going to be right here, and this edge isn't going to move. So I'm going to do my cross in a way that lets me do that. So F prime to place that one opposite, so now I have 2. Then D prime, so now I have these 2. L prime, R prime, now I have 3 right here. And as you can see, the corner's right here, and I know that when I solve this last one, it'll bring it right here. So D prime, R prime, D prime, there's my cross. And now I know these are here, so I'll put that in the back, solve that. Then there's these 2 right here. And now I tracked this while I was doing that pair, and this edge just happened to show up, so I know it's a 3-move insert. And the last thing is I see this white corner piece right here, so I know that when I do RU R prime right here, this orange is going to be in front, and I have to match orange back here, so I'll have to do a U2 and rotation. So RU R prime, U2 rotation, and I see this line right here for this F12 case, so I just know that for this EO, if I do a sledgehammer instead of just an insert, that I will get all my edges, so I'm going to do that. So I did that, now I get all my edges. In this case, it didn't quite pay off because I'm getting a diag soon, but I know that when I have this block, it goes directly into an end perm, so I have same right here and opposite right here, and I just know when I do soon, I will get an end perm because of this block. And then end perm. Alright, so now for this next one, I like this cross. This cross is pretty nice. So I see this is matching already, this is matching, and this can be matching in one move when I solve that. And I notice this F12 pair or corner right here, and this edge is when I finish cross, it should be right here. So we'll go ahead and do F prime L to solve these 2. There's that corner piece. Then R2 to place that, and then we'll do D moves to solve this. So D prime, R, D, and now that's placed right here, so I can see first pair. And before I do that, I see this pair right here. So honestly, if I did triple sexy right here, it would preserve these 2, and I could go ahead and do those. But in a real solve, I probably wouldn't just stop doing these to do these. So I'm going to go ahead and do these. This is still easy enough to track. It's right there. So we'll do this. And then I notice this pair right here. So U2, and I'll solve that in the back. And now I'm not seeing anything on top that's white. If I turn the cube very slightly, I can see the corners right here, and it looks like the edges too. So I would just rotate here. Well, maybe not. I guess probably rotate this way. And in this case, it doesn't matter anyways, because I have to do a Y2 to solve this, since I wasn't 100% sure where the edge was. So I have to rotate again, U prime, and then double sexy. And then just OLL, there's lots of blocks here. Little fancy trick that Jay taught me. This should be an L perm. Assuming Jay didn't lie to me, this should be an L perm when I finish. And yes, it is an L perm. That's just a fancy little trick that Jay taught me. And all it is that these 2 blocks get preserved, which I know just from the skip case, but I never thought, since these blocks get preserved and they're adjacent to each other, that you have to get some form of J perm. And since this looks like a JB perm, this one and this one, these flip when they get oriented, so it gives you an L perm. So, little neat trick that Jay taught me. Alright, now for this one, the first thing I see is this F12 pairs right here, so I'm going to try and preserve that somehow. I see this red, white, orange, white, green, white, And actually, this pair should be really easy to preserve. So I see that this can be placed correctly in one move. So what I'm going to do is a B to set this one up right here, and then place this one right here because I can solve these two in one move then. So like that, and then I have this, so I would place that down, D, and since this pair's right here and this isn't placed down yet, I would do U, L prime. And now I see this pair is solved, but what I like to do when I have these types of pairs, it's a little risky because sometimes you might end up actually breaking it up instead. But I like to save this for later. I like to try and solve this slot and then preserve that. But this is also right here, so we're going to go ahead and do this one right here, just like that. And in this case, it worked out in my favor, and I'm going to get to preserve this F12 pair. So we'll do these two right here, insert that. And honestly, a neat little trick you could do here, I guess it really depends. You'll get edges if you do this, but if you wanted to solve this rotationless with these two right here, I could do a sledgehammer, and then that solves that to the back. But I know I won't get edges, so in a real solve, I'm probably not going to do that because I want the edges instead. So I would go ahead and do U insert, and then just solve that pair like that. Then we have OLL, and then just an A perm. All right, so now for this one, I see that this is placed opposite already, and that this can be placed in opposite in one move, and this is already solved. I think I might be able to see my first pair too. I'm not 100% positive about my first pair, but I'm pretty sure this blue, red, white corner is going to end up somewhere over here, and the edge is back here. So I guess I'll just kind of keep an eye on those. I don't know 100% where they'll be, but should be somewhere over there. So what I'll do is place this opposite because of this one, and then do a D move because of this one right here. And it looks like I was wrong about the corner. It popped up here. So it's still in the general area, so I would have been able to keep track of that, just that it ended up over there instead. But now we have all three of these, and I can do D, R prime, or D prime. And then I have these two right here because that's what I tracked. But I also see these two right here. So we're going to go ahead and solve these two. Probably just rotate, do that. That's there. And since I know this edge is back here, I will go ahead and do these two. Then I got lucky, and this paired itself up. And I see the corner right here. So I know when I insert this, this corner is just going to end up right here. So like that. And when this was right here, I saw this. So I just see that I'm going to get a 3-move insert, rotate, insert that. And then I got the same OLL as last time, but I don't have any fancy tricks this time. So go ahead and do that. And then I just get a G perm. All right, so for this one, the first thing I see is this pair right here. So I definitely want to try and preserve that somehow. I don't know if I will be able to or not, but I definitely keep an eye on that to see if I can. So I see this right here. This can be solved in one move. There's this, and then these two. And right off the bat, I don't see a fantastic way to preserve this pair. Honestly, I think there is something that's probably pretty... Actually, wait. No, we can preserve this. It'll be in this slot right here, so it won't be solved, but we can keep it preserved. So what we're going to do is an R prime to bring that down, D prime to solve that. And now before doing F, we're going to do L2, F. Actually, sorry, not even the F move. So we'll do the L2 first, but then U prime to bring that over there, and then F. And now we can do R2. So now, like I was saying earlier, I like to just keep this in the slot until I solve this, and then hopefully this will stay preserved depending on how I solve the slot. So in this case, I see this red, green, white. This is down here. So I do U2 like that, and then solve it in the back. And now these two are the next ones that just popped up. So I would just go ahead, take these out, solve these. And now, in this case, I really didn't get that lucky with the pair. I can't think of a great way without doing an extra rotation that would preserve this. So I would probably just give up and go ahead and do this. So sometimes, like I said, this doesn't always pay off, and I don't even know if this is the best approach, but that is the approach that I've been taking lately. So I'm going to go ahead and solve that pair. And this pair, it's not like it's a bad pair or anything, but what I am going to do is for EO instead of doing that and solving this, I'm going to do U2, then do that, and then pair that up. So that gave me EO, and then I can go ahead and do ZBLL, so this is right back here. So, ZB. So yeah, there you guys go. Those are 5 3x3 walkthrough solves. I hope you guys enjoyed them, and I'll see you later.